Have you ever wondered why your body or your partner's body sometimes acts like a rebel during intimate moments? I mean, where you're really turned on mentally and you want to get things going with your partner, and yet your body or theirs doesn't seem to want to play ball. Now, you might be wondering what causes it, why it happens, and what it means about you, your partner, and your sex life. So, I'm going to be covering all that in this video. I'm James King, and I'm going to teach you how to blow a woman's mind inside and outside the bedroom. So what exactly is ANC, or Arousal Non-Concordance? It's an interesting phenomenon where your body's physical response, the physical arousal, doesn't always match how you feel emotionally, your subjective arousal. ANC goes beyond the simple concept of getting turned on or feeling in the mood. It's about the intricate interplay between your mind and your body during these intimate moments. While you might feel a strong emotional desire for intimacy, your body may not always follow suit. Basically, you may experience vaginal lubrication or an erection without actually feeling aroused. This phenomenon is common among all individuals, regardless of gender. Think of it as a complex dance where the rhythm doesn't always match the melody. Now, the best way to picture this is if you think of it like having two switches in your brain, the turn on switch and the feel sexy switch. Now, sometimes you're with your partner, the turn on switch gets flipped because you genuinely enjoy being close to them. However, your feel sexy switch might not respond immediately. It's like your body and your emotions aren't always synchronized. It's just like enjoying your favorite song on a rainy day. Your mood might not match the upbeat music, but that doesn't mean you don't still love the song. The thing is, arousal non-concordance is entirely normal and it's part of human sexuality. Most people just don't know what it is or what they're experiencing does actually have a name. Understanding this can lead to better communication and a stronger, deeper connection with your partner. And it's totally okay if your switches don't always align perfectly. It's just the way our bodies work, and it doesn't diminish your attraction or your love for your partner. Now, it is easy to get frustrated when your arousal levels don't sync up. It can make you feel like your body's letting you down, and that can really mess with your confidence and your relationships. Plus, it's not just you. Your partner might also feel inadequate too, thinking they're just not doing it right. It's a tough situation for everyone involved, and that's why communication is so important. You see, ANC challenges the traditional notion that physical arousal equals consent. It highlights the importance of open communication and mutual respect in sexual relationships. By recognizing that your body's response doesn't always align with your emotional desires, you become more attuned to the importance of checking in with your partner about what they're experiencing, as well as enthusiastic, continuous, and indisputable verbal consent. Now, let's talk about how ANC manifests. Recognizing its symptoms is the first step toward understanding this phenomenon better. Now, ANC can manifest in various ways, and these experiences can be surprising, confusing, or even frustrating. Here are some common symptoms to look out for. Firstly, genital response when unwanted. You might notice physical arousal even when you're not in the mood for sexual activity. Your body seems to have a mind of its own. For guys, this could be popping a boner from a light touch on the leg from someone you aren't actually attracted to. And girls, you might experience getting wet from getting a waxing. And secondly, wanting intimacy but no physical response. On the flip side, you might genuinely desire intimacy with your partner, but your body doesn't seem to respond accordingly. This disconnect can lead to feelings of frustration and inadequacy. Now, these symptoms can leave you feeling a little bit puzzled and uncertain about your own desires and your responses. And understanding these experiences are a part of that rich tapestry of human sexuality, and it can alleviate the stress and promote more open and honest communication in your relationships. Now, if you're getting value from this video so far, make sure you do like and subscribe to keep up to date with all the new videos I'll be releasing in the future. And comment below, have you experienced ANC and which type was it? Okay, so to understand ANC fully, we need to explore how your body's sexual response system actually operates. Your body's sexual response system is a complex orchestra with different instruments playing together in harmony. Let's break down this symphony. Now, the process typically starts with sexual arousal, which can be triggered by various factors, including visual, auditory, or emotional stimuli. This leads to physiological responses in your body, such as increased blood flow to the genitals, which can then result in erections or vaginal lubrication. At the same time, emotional and mental arousal will occur, creating a sense of desire and anticipation. This emotional arousal is a crucial part of the sexual experience as it drives your interest and enthusiasm for intimacy. Now, in a perfect world, your body's physical responses and your emotional desires would be perfectly synchronized. But as we know, this isn't always the case, and that's where ANC comes into play. Now, picture that symphony hitting a few dissonant notes. ANC can disrupt this system, causing your body and emotions to play completely different notes. So, how does this discord happen? Well, one key factor contributing to ANC is the context in which you find yourself. Your sexual response is highly context dependent. It's essential to understand that your sexual response isn't solely governed by your emotional desires. Your body's reactions are influenced by a wide range of factors beyond your control. So when you experience ANC, it's not a sign that something's wrong with you. Instead, it's a reminder of the intricate and multifaceted nature of human sexuality. By acknowledging this complexity, you can navigate intimate moments with more patience and empathy for yourself and your partner. Okay, now that we've explored the intricacies of ANC, let's dive into the factors that can actually cause it. Understanding these triggers can provide valuable insights into why arousal non-concordance actually occurs. So it can be influenced by a range of factors, including stress. High levels of stress, whether related to work, family, or other life events, can significantly impact your sexual response. Stress can act as a brake on your sexual desires, leading to disconnect between your emotional and your physical states. Trauma. Past traumatic experiences, whether physical, emotional, or sexual, can have lasting impacts on your sexual response. Trauma can create barriers between your emotional and your physical arousal, leading to ANC. Medications. Now, some medications, particularly those that affect hormones or neurotransmitters, can influence your body's sexual response. These medications can either accelerate or put the brakes on your sexual desire and physical arousal. Hormonal changes. Hormonal fluctuations, such as those that occur during menopause or as a result of a medical condition, can also contribute to ANC. Number 5, relationship dynamics. The dynamics of your relationship, including communication, trust, and emotional connection, play a significant role in your sexual response. Relationship issues can create barriers to that emotional arousal, which will then lead to ANC. Now, it's important to recognize that these factors don't cause ANC in isolation. Often, it's a combination of several elements that contribute to the disconnect between your emotional desires and your physical responses. Now that we've explored the complex web of factors contributing to ANC, it's time to discuss strategies for managing and navigating this phenomenon effectively. So this mismatched arousal, like I mentioned earlier, can be frustrating and it might lead to feelings of inadequacy or dysfunction. But remember, you're not alone and you're not weird and you're not broken. And here's some interesting stats to think about just how normal this really is. According to the author of Come As You Are, Emily Nagoski, for men, this mismatch of the brain and the arousal occurs about 50% of the time. And for women, the sync and matchup occurs way less, with only 10% overlap in the objective arousal and the subjective arousal. Now, if you've experienced ANC or suspect that you or your partner might be, there are several steps you can take to regain control and enhance your sexual experiences. Firstly, education. Knowledge is power. Educate yourself about ANC and its various manifestations. Understanding that it's a common and normal part of human sexuality can alleviate that anxiety and promote a little bit more more self-acceptance. Number 2, open communication. Effective communication is the cornerstone of any healthy sexual relationship. Now, discussing your experiences, your desires, and your boundaries with your partner openly and honestly can really help with this. It'll help create an environment where both your emotional and physical needs are respected and have the chance of being met. Number 3, emotional intimacy. Building your emotional intimacy with your partner can help bridge that gap between your emotional desires and the physical responses. Creating a deep emotional connection can lead to more synchronized experiences. Number 4, therapy. Now, seeking guidance from a qualified therapist or sex therapist can be immensely beneficial. They can help you explore any underlying emotional or psychological factors contributing to ANC and provide you with coping strategies. 5, medication. Now, in some cases, medication may be recommended to address underlying causes of ANC, such as anxiety or depression. However, this should always be discussed with a medical professional. Number 6, self-exploration. Understanding your body and what arouses you personally can be a very valuable journey. Self-exploration can help you become more attuned to your emotional and physical responses and needs. Number 7, relaxation techniques. Learning relaxation techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness, or yoga can help reduce stress and anxiety, which will potentially reduce the impact that these factors have on ANC. Number 8, extended foreplay. Now, sometimes it may just take a little bit longer for your body to catch up. So using what you know about your arousal and your body, talk to your partner about your needs and desires to help get you in the mood. This could mean you need a certain act or potentially need to be touched in a specific way to get the blood flowing and your body ready to go. Now, it's important to note that managing ANC is not about fixing your sexual response. It's about finding ways to navigate your unique experiences in a way that brings you pleasure and fulfillment. Everyone's journey is different, and what works for one person may not work for another. The key is to be patient with yourself and your partner as you explore these strategies together. Now, if you do need some help and ideas around the foreplay, desires, techniques, communication, and sexual education, don't forget to subscribe and check out some of my other videos here.